Hello, everyone. Welcome to A Moment in Time with Taylor. Yet again, I'm coming to you with a split screen coming up very soon. They're hidden behind the technological curtain of wonder, and you might have heard of them, Steve and Pauline. They are in the broadcast title. They will probably be in the scope very soon too. Hey, Claudia. Claudia is one of their biggest fans. I know. I'm so glad you're here, and you were the first comment to the broadcast. Hello, D5. Thanks for inviting Claudia. There they are. Steve and Pauline just joined. Follow them. They're awesome. Their scopes are amazing. You'll never have to leave your house again. They'll do it all for you. And before I bring them on, I do want to give a quick shout out to everyone who goes to femyoga.com and sponsors the channel. These are all of our sponsors from September. Yes, it is October. Welcome to October, everyone. Shout out to all the Australians for Scope October. I hope that you all start scoping more as well. And anyone who's $100 or above are platinum level sponsors, and I highly recommend that you follow them. They're very smart, they're very helpful, they're very supportive, and everyone in my community is super positive and awesome. So follow everyone. Everyone you see in the scope, just follow them. No questions asked. Yes, you love Steve and Pauline. All right, well, then let's bring them on. I know that's why you're here. So, Steve and Pauline, are you ready? I know, I keep asking them the same question. He's like, we're born ready every time. All right, we're going to bring them on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. So it'll be on a delay on your screen, but you guys are on the screen. They can hear you. What is up?
Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody?
Yes.
Oh, there we are, Ben.
Yes.
Look at this.
Hey, humanity. Hello. So tell us who you are. Tell us everything. We want to know everything.
We're Steve and Pauline.
That's everything?
That's it. That's the whole story. Steve and Pauline.
Sarada! Hi, all the BTF!
Mr. Germany, Andrew, Amy, Claudia. Great to see everybody. How's everybody doing?
Yes.
Easy. Welcome, VTF.
Yes, welcome.
So
welcome.
if you guys don't know who we are, traveling couple. We have a dog, full of adventure, lots of countries. How many countries, babe?
97 countries combined.
That's a lot of countries.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So
That is a
we
lot.
travel around the world. We show our
And Mr.
crazy
Germany?
life around the world. We try to inspire everybody, a lot of positivity, and make people happy.
Andrew wants to know if you're doing yoga.
Do I do yoga?
He wants to know if you're going to do yoga on this scope. Specifically,
I mean,
Steve.
right now? Yeah, Andrew, we can bust out a couple moves. We could do it. But Taylor, you would be happy to know that I used to do yoga when I lived like a normal human in Philadelphia. I did hot yoga.
Okay, so is that where you're originally from?
No, I lived there after university.
Okay.
5 years or 6 years or something.
All right. And Pauline is originally from Hong Kong, right?
Yep, Hong Kong.
Nice. And what
Not
about you?
China.
What about you, Steve? Where are you from originally? Hey, Satanica.
Hong Kong.
That's where you're originally from?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Didn't
You
you
didn't
guys?
know that?
I know she's from
No.
there, but I didn't know you were from there.
I'm just kidding. I'm from U.S.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Coast.
Nice.
Steve, explain how you travel the world. Okay, let's explain that. I think that's probably everybody's biggest question is like, these guys travel the world. How is that possible to do that full time? Did you win the lottery? Do you have rich parents? Did you rob a bank? What, or all the above? I think that's everybody's biggest question. So that first, babe.
Yeah, you want to talk about whatever you want.
So the short story is anybody listening can travel the world full time if you want it. That's the short story. And Steve, is this your scope or hers? No, this is Taylor Scope. So if you guys don't know who Taylor is, you can follow her. This is her channel. So you can't follow us until we comment or something.
Yeah,
Or
if you
maybe
comment, they'll be able to see you. Yeah.
So travel the world. It's been I quit my corporate job almost 6 years ago. Been traveling full time since, and it's been a dream come true. But the short story is, if you're passionate about something, if you love something, you can make whatever that something is your career. If you work really hard at it, if you're super passionate about it, you can do it. But oddly enough, Pauline and I both came from kind of poor backgrounds, and neither of us traveled until we were 20. You were 19.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I went on one vacation when I was a kid to Florida when I was 7 years old. And since then, it was until I was 20 years old when I went on my second airplane. So,
Wow.
both from less fortunate backgrounds, started traveling late. We made it our life, and it's been amazing. Ray Nato, how's it going?
I love the energy. This is so fun. Yes, everyone says you can accomplish anything when you put your mind to it. Andrew says it's rags to riches, traveling the world.
Ray Nato's in the house.
Thank you for the super hearts, Fiddish. Nice to meet you. I don't know if you're from Steve and Pauline, but it's good to see you. And I don't know. There's one person that I can't block, so I'm just trying here. Yes. So someone asked. Yeah.
Finger come up.
Yeah, that person. Yes. He told me that you guys know him too. Yeah. Okay. So he was like, "Oh, Steve and Pauline are coming on the show."
Have you been to? So
Yes.
we've been to. How many countries have you been to, babe?
40.
Pauline's been to 40, and I've been to 57. So we've been to 97 combined.
Okay. Someone
Which
asked,
is-
"Have you been to Poland?"
Yeah, we were in Poland a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
We scoped from.
cool. Any cool stories from that trip?
Poland, so this will be a good glimpse into our travels. So Poland, if you go to the country of Poland, everybody usually goes to the capital city. Pauline and I are not normal travelers. We usually go away from where everybody else goes, and we go off the beaten track usually. So we did that into a city in Poland that was called Warklaw. And it was phenomenal, absolutely stunning. If you want to see the pictures, you can go to our Instagram.
Nice. And it's Steve and Pauline on there as well?
Yeah.
Okay. And what other social media? How can they find you all around different social media platforms?
If you Google Stephen Pauline, all our social media will come out in the Google.
Perfect. That's nice and easy. They're the only Steve and Pauline that travel the world.
Easy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hola. Yes, they're actually in Spain right now.
What's up?
I was just saying that you're in Spain right now because someone's speaking Spanish.
Oh, okay.
So we're
But
gonna.
we usually focus on Periscope and Instagram and a little bit of Facebook.
Okay. Nice. All right. So not really Twitter?
No.
Okay.
I mean, we have like, I don't know, 5,000 Twitter people, but I think Twitter is not very useful. I never believed in the Twitter platform. We like Instagram. Instagram's cool. That's gonna have a big future.
Awesome. Good to know. I like that.
I think 1 day, and then we don't like it.
Yeah, Snapchat's a little bit silly for us. I mean,
Yeah,
no
for us.
offense. If you guys love Snapchat, that's your thing. Rock it out. It's not our cup of tea.
Yeah, I'm not big into Snapchat myself, but people are asking. Thank you, Andrew. And what was the question that I just saw come in that I was going to ask? I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was
Hi.
there.
Welcome,
Hello.
Sean.
Yes. I know some people were asking, have you been to Sweden or India?
Yeah, I've been to Sweden and India.
Both?
Oh, a crazy hitchhiking story. Claudia, listen to this one. I don't think a lot of people know this. So just to back up a second, we document our crazy life traveling. Hitchhiking is something that we both love. It's super adventurous, and you have no idea what's going to happen. That's the perfect thing to film live. So we film a lot of our hitchhiking live. One of them, we got into the car and we were in England. This one guy, he looked a little bit sketchy. We're on live video that he's like, well, I'm surprised you got into the car with me. We're already, doors shut, we're already moving. And I look at him and I said, why is that? He's like, well, I don't think you guys know that I've spent a lot of my life in jail.
Yeah.
And I just got out of jail, actually.
Oh my gosh.
And he's like, do you know that I could be a serial killer right now? And I was like, do you know that we're on live video? And he's like, oh, we're on live video. I said, yeah, look, look, our fans, they're saying hi to you. And I was kind of diffusing the situation.
But you can feel he has like good heart.
Yeah, he had a good heart, but he was just, a little bit crazy. And he was driving like 100 miles per hour down these side streets. So it was a little bit of adventure.
BBN in the house.
BBN.
What's BBN?
What's the BBN?
It's Kentucky. I always
okay.
talk about Kentucky basketball.
Oh, okay. All right. How scary. Yeah, that sounds crazy. But it's really cool that you were scoping it, because that's exactly what people hope will happen when they watch Scopes. They want something really awkward and weird to happen because it's way more entertaining for them.
Yeah. We have a lot of Scopes like that where you have no idea what's going to happen because it's the traveling lifestyle. It's very unpredictable.
Yeah. So is it a lot of ups and downs? Mostly ups, mostly struggles? What's it like?
To travel the world?
Yeah. Traveling in general, I guess.
I would say that it's complete freedom. It's the most pure freedom I've ever felt in my life. We try to fill each and every day with only the things that really make us happy. Your rides to the great destinations.
The Stonehenge.
Yeah.
The couple with the
Should
Stonehenge.
we tell the Stonehenge story? You want to tell that bit?
Yeah. I love you. I know you tell that.
Oh. So we hitchhiked to Stonehenge, and this is another example where you never know who's going to pick us up. And we had this elderly couple pick us up. Maybe they were in their late 70s. And they were super nice. I mean, such a nice couple. They were both like clearly in love, and they got that energy from us. We asked them, like, have you guys ever picked up hitchhikers? Oh, no. And we're like, well, why did you pick us up? And they're like, well, you guys just look so friendly on the side of the road. So,
they are so cute.
they brought us to Stonehenge.
And they give us the toffee, the candy.
Oh, yeah, they gave us candy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that. I've never hitchhiked in my life.
Oh, you need to try it. It's a rush. It's so cool. Usually, everybody that picks you up is also really has a deep passion for travel, and they're always very nice. It gets a bad rap from the media,
right?
But hitchhiking is super awesome.
Yeah, it used to be very, very, very common. I think it's illegal in America now to hitchhike, but it used to be extreme. It used to be the way people got around a lot. Dee said, "Wait a minute, you took candy from strangers?"
Yeah, and I'll do it again if it's candy. Tell them what people think of Pauline when you hitchhike. What people think of Pauline? Maybe that you're from China?
From Philippines or
Yeah.
Vietnam or something like Thailand, some kind of the country.
Yeah, isn't
Ray, we see you.
about how Pauline looks dangerous.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm like the killer.
Yeah, sometimes we're on the side of the road. We're trying to hitchhike. Nobody's picking us up, and it's because Pauline looks like a criminal.
It's not me, it's you.
Well, this face.
I look
This face
sweet.
could never look like criminal, babe.
No.
It's because you look so dangerous.
I can't give the shot out. Oh yeah, I couldn't see you. Can you give a shot out? Okay, hippo.
Yes, that's Alex, Bazinga Hippie. He's in the UK. He's one of my people I've had on here forever. A lot of you guys I've known forever, I feel like. It's awesome. And
Yeah, Mr. Tony also gave us a lot of the candy.
Lampy,
Oh, yeah.
Lampy says that he's a stranger and he will also give you candy.
He did. He gave us a whole bunch of German candy, and we ate it all.
Oh, really? Nice. You met Lampy?
Yeah, and
Awesome.
he came to Prague. He came to meet us in Prague.
And he gave us a lot of the candy and German food.
One of those
Chocolate.
German chocolates, Mr. Germany. Oh my God, I dreamed about them. They were so delicious.
That sounds amazing. All right, Lampy, I'm on my way to Germany. Get the chocolates ready for me. Claudia remembers everything. She's got all the stories. She's like, here, tell him this one. Tell him this one. How many people have you met from Periscope?
I don't know, and not enough. We want to meet more people, but for the first part, we were in Hong Kong. All the cool scopers out there, like way back in the day, like Penguin 6, John Ho. We did scopes with all those guys. And then we went to like Central America where nobody has a smartphone. Nobody. But we still met a bunch of fans out there. People would come up to us like, Stephen Pauline, oh my God. And that's so cool. People would come up to us in the parking lot. We had people come up to us at like carnivals. And we met the most people in London when we went to the
when we
Periscope
have the
meetup.
Periscope meetup. Yeah, that's what awesome. We meet up a lot of the scoper. Sauna we met at, and we make Simon. A lot of the people is from London.
Oh, the 1,000-year egg. Yeah, Mr. Germany, like the 1,000-year-old egg. I don't know what's wrong with you, Mr. Germany.
He loves it.
It's a 1,000-year-old
He
egg.
loves it. It tastes good.
Oh, I think
And he
was,
want to try more.
I think he was trying to make you feel good.
No, he said he
He
like
was
it.
just pretending.
He
I
said
think.
he like it. Have you tried it, Taylor?
Taylor, you need to try this 1,000-year-old egg. It's a
All right.
tradition.
I'm gonna
Pauline-
eat.
So good. So good.
I think
It
I'll,
tastes
I'll have to eat the egg before I eat the chocolate.
it tastes like garbage juice.
Ew!
So
It's not like that. It's so good.
Oh my God, I love this. Everyone loves you so much. They're so in love. It's so adorable. They want to know, where do we get a 100-year-old egg?
You can go to any Chinese store. The like small. I think in US you can find in the Chinese store they have inside. This called century eggs, and also it's called 1,000 years old egg.
And there they are right there.
I want garbage juice.
They just commented, hey, VTF, that's them. Follow them. That's them right here. And yeah, actually, you just did a scope the other day about reuniting your family, bringing your dog over. Do you want to talk about that? Are you still working on that? Did you reach your goal? Let's promote that. Let's get it going.
That was the first time we've done a GoFundMe, and I'm pretty certain we did it all wrong.
Why do you think that? This is good. This is perfect. Let's talk about this.
So we just did a little bit of Facebook Live about this. I think that the vision that I had in my mind for this thing didn't translate to reality. Pauline and I don't believe in like asking people for money. We've never done it. This was like the first GoFundMe we've ever done. We've been on Periscope 2 years, and it just felt wasn't delivered. We want to do travel classes to help people save thousands on their vacation. We want to do like private cooking scopes, because Taylor, maybe you don't know this. We travel around the world, but our cooking shows are like more famous than our travel shows. Our cooking shows are like, people love them a lot more than
Anything.
anything. So we want to do like that, and we wanted to do other stuff, but it wasn't translated into our campaign. But yes, we are getting our family back together. Our dog is coming.
Yes, I love that. I want to hear the story about your dog because I thought that was really interesting. You know, for you guys, you might see homeless dogs like everywhere you go, but I have like that's so foreign of a concept to me in America. If there's a dog on the street, animal control takes it. They bring him to the pound. Like there's no such thing as a homeless dog. So, you know, tell us a little bit about your dog and like what you're trying to do. Even if I don't. So, did you take the GoFundMe down, or can they still do it?
No, it's there, but we're not promoting it.
So how come,
Steve,
how are you supposed to get the money to bring your dog over?
I'm gonna sell my body on the street, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna get a lot of money. So I'm pretty confident. I got a big booty, you know.
Yeah.
Well, that was a question that came in. People were wondering, how do you get the money to do the traveling? What kind of tips do you have for saving money on traveling and also for getting the money that you need to make it happen?
Oh, my mom's here.
Hi,
Money to travel. A fantastic way is Super Hearts.
There we
I
go.
think that's made a pretty big impact.
And
Another
sponsor?
a big way is sponsorship. That's very impactful on our travels. If we create, I think we're.
No, that's good.
No, I don't hear anything.
You don't hear anything?
No, it's coming.
Oh,
Oh, it's that phone. Is the computer still have it? Okay, go
our
ahead.
side is frozen, but it's good on your side.
It seems good. Yeah, I think you guys, I mean, your audio is okay. Your video froze for a couple seconds, but you seem to be good now. I mean, I can see you moving and talking now.
Okay. What was I talking about?
Money, travel
Money.
costs.
Oh, travel.
Sponsorship.
Sponsorship is huge. Super Hearts are huge. Basically, our VTF family is awesome. They support us with Super Hearts and through other ways. That's been great. And growing our family, which allows us to get sponsorships, which is incredible. And like I said earlier, if you really want to travel the world and you really are like, oh, how can I do that? Anybody could do it. Anybody could do it. You have to have passion, drive, determination, and you have to rock it out. Anybody could do what we are doing. It's passion and hard work.
Yeah, so what do you do to make income when you're on the road? Is it mainly Periscope? Is there any is there exchange, like work, you know what I mean? Like if you like help clean or cook, like you get to stay somewhere for free. Do you do stuff like that, or mainly Periscope's like the income funnel?
So 6 years ago, I decided that I never wanted to work for anybody else
Yes.
in the rest of my life. And I left corporate America and I was like, Steve will only work for Steve. So no, we're not doing any like exchange of cooking or we work for ourselves. This is our business, this is our career, and we're making it reality. I mean, we've been traveling full time. I have for over 5 years, Pauline for almost 2 years.
Almost 3 years.
So it's a reality.
I love it. It's really cool. I know that it's people, you know, Claudia was saying the other day that she loves your show so much because she knows that she's most likely not going to be able to visit all these places. And you guys bring her with you. You know, you bring all of us with you. We can see, it's like we came with you and we didn't have to pay anything, you know, unless we decide to contribute to the amazing content with Super Hearts. Or you mentioned sponsorship. So is that viewers or is that like companies? What is sponsorships in your setup?
Companies and brands that we can provide value to, and then they give value back to us. But I want to touch on Claudia's point because I think this is important. If you guys are just starting out traveling and you're like, ooh, how can I do it for cheap? What can I do? There's a website called Couchsurfing. It's couchsurfing.com. It's phenomenal. You stay for free with other travelers in any country on planet Earth, in any city on planet Earth, for free. They show you their culture. You're in their house. They take you through the towns, through the cities. And then there's one called Woofing, WWOOFING. This is where you stay with somebody, you work on their organic farm, you learn some organic farm traits. They feed you all the meals per day, and they give you your spot. These are things that we don't do often anymore. We've graduated, I guess. But these, when you're first starting out traveling, these are phenomenal.
So couch surfing, what was it? WWOOFING?
Yes.
Okay, so it's two
World
W's and woofing.
Organic farmers.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's awesome. I've never heard of that. I love that idea of being on an organic farm and learning what it actually takes to make the food and then getting to actually eat it while you're there. It's like, I've never heard of that. That was like the best thing ever.
It's a cool process. And you can do this in so many countries. I did it through the entire country of New Zealand. So a bunch of years ago, I traveled from the tip all the way to the bottom with my buddy. We hitchhiked through the whole country and we woofed.
It was in Ireland.
Oh, Claudia.
Claudia!
Yeah, I had emergency surgery in Ireland. Not fun, don't recommend it.
2 months ago.
Do that.
Well, look at you
But I
now.
had
You look good. You look healthy. How are you feeling? I don't know what it was, but
kidney stones.
oh my
I don't think
gosh.
you want to know the details. Basically, I was peeing razor blades for a couple weeks.
Oh my God,
don't-
that's horrible. You said you don't want to think about it?
Anna, good to see you. Oh, we met Anna too in Poland. In Poland.
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 Nice. And does Anna do broadcasts or she's a viewer?
She's a broadcaster.
Nice. Hello, Anna. Nice to meet you. Thanks for being here.
She speaks like 7 languages. You can
Yeah.
talk to her in whatever language you want.
Her tongue is like crossed around her mouth.
That's so cool. 7. How many languages do you guys speak?
I could just barely speak English.
But you can speak Spanish.
Yeah, I can speak Spanish too.
There we go.
Yeah.
And Pauline and I, this will be a fun thing for everybody watching. Pauline and I have sayings to each other. Some sayings we have are in English. Some sayings we have to each other are in Spanish. And some sayings we have to each other are in Cantonese, Pauline's mother language.
Do you want to share any of them with us?
Nope.
Oh, the secret love language.
Yeah, bedroom talk.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
we're going to get flagged now, NSFW.
Oh my goodness, he's so funny.
你好.
Oh, that looks so cool. I can't translate that, but look, we have Pauline here to translate for us. I love it. Why
What
don't
did
I
it say?
see-
你好 is like hi, the Mandarin.
Yeah, my mom's in the house. Yeah, she knows her son's always making jokes.
Who's your mom? Why don't I see her? What's her name? Or what's her username on here?
KM Court, I think.
Hello.
Casey.
KC Court.
Yeah.
Hello. Thanks for being here. Thanks all the VTF people that came in and support with the hearts. We have the heart race now. It's kind of blocking Pauline's face a little bit, but you can see who sent the most heart.
Oh, you can do a count heart thing?
Yeah, I use egg drop for
Wow.
that.
Maybe we should use that.
That's cool.
Now I can't see. Pauline's head's in the way.
That's okay. It'll get us more views. She's beautiful.
That's true.
Thank you.
We'll just put her front and center.
Can it do like shares? Can it do retweets? Can it count like super hearts?
It doesn't track super hearts yet, but it does show you the other stuff, but I don't have that set up to show on my screen. It's not really, it doesn't look quite as cool as the heart race.
What up, Lynn?
Hi, Lynn.
Great to see you. How you doing?
I love
Are you just
it.
gonna study the show, babe?
Wow, I didn't see
Just
you.
like, wow, it's so cool.
I can
It's
see
just
you.
I love
I
this.
can see.
Yeah, the heart race is cool. So that's what anyone wondering what we're doing. We're using OBS, Periscope Producer. Yes, we all love Pauline and Steve and each other. We're all, it's a big love fest on Periscope. If you're new to Periscope, just follow everyone. It'll be great. Thank you for the super hearts, Lou. And you guys were talking about how when you first started out, you were in some countries where the Wi-Fi was pretty crappy. Do you have anything you want to share about that? Was there any like tricks and tips? Actually, did you? I can't remember if it was you guys, but someone did a scope the other day about was it Pocket Wi-Fi?
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah, tell
Yeah,
us. I didn't get to watch that replay, but I saw the title and I was like, ooh, I gotta ask them about that.
So we used to travel with SIM cards. Literally, each country you go to, you have to get a different SIM, and then you have to put money on it. If you don't use all the money, you don't get it back, and then you have to re-up a certain amount. It's a headache.
Yeah.
And now we use this little box. Basically, if you're at home right now, you have a router, right? Everyone has a router. This is a little router. I
Okay.
didn't know you were going on Taylor's broadcast. Yeah, Shy, we shared it out. So yeah, this is iVideo. This has changed everything. But when we started on Periscope, like for a year there, we were in a lot of countries that are less fortunate and they don't have, Wi-Fi that's anywhere even close to as strong enough for producer. It was barely strong enough for us to go live on a regular basis. We couldn't do 360 scopes.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little bit of a struggle, but we prefer to be in those kind of countries because that's real life.
Yeah, that's true. Someone here, Demia Mod, says, my brother went online for iVideo, but it said it was only for businesses.
No, and you can use our promo code Stephen Pauline.
There you go. So it's for personal use too, right?
Yeah, it's not for businesses. It's personal.
So you
use.
go to the website ivideo.com.tw.
TW is they're from Taiwan.
They're from Taiwan. It's a Taiwan company. So you go to change the language to English. So all the things that come out information, you can see that. And we'll have the promo code.
Like this box works in 42 countries in Europe.
Wow.
Cha-cha!
They have different ones for US, Canada, Mexico. They have some for Asia. They have some all over the world.
That's awesome. So you just order it right online and it gets shipped right to your door?
It's so easy. If you know how to charge your phone, you know how to work this. If you don't know how to charge your phone, I don't recommend you get one. It'll be a tough day.
I think you could do a how-to scope teaching you how to plug in the phone.
Hey, sometimes you never know. Technology's a little difficult. I'm saying.
It can be. It really can be. So what do you guys use to broadcast from? What kind of technology do you use?
Only the best.
Oh, really? I use the worst.
Actually, the VTF, you guys haven't seen this very often. This is what we mainly go live from. This is my baby. But then we have a 360 camera, and we have like a whole bunch of like lenses and all that kind of stands and technology and stuff.
Lots of equipment, the light out.
I love that. That's exactly what I'm interested in.
Basically the phone. Oh, and our selfie stick now has a
light.
Light inside. It's super cool.
Ooh, where's that from? I don't know if you're promoting that company or not, but
No, we're not.
Okay. So they have to pay if they want a shout out. I like it.
Their
Yeah.
name will be
Hide.
hidden
Yeah.
from now on.
There you go.
High fives.
Yes, yes, the super waves. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Cheyenne. Thank you, everyone, for the super hearts, the regular hearts, the shares, the follows, the retweets, the everything, the love, the comments. We love it. You're just you being here. I know there's a bunch of you here that aren't even saying anything. You're just watching. You're like, who are these crazy people? Well, know that we see you. We appreciate you. We love you too. And feel free to pipe in at any point.
Where else? Morocco, we are close to Morocco. Definitely we will go there.
We want to go to every country in the world. That's our bigger goal, and I'm certain we're going to do that. But we want to go to every country in the world, and when we're living in a place, we try to go to all the countries around that place.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're in Spain right now, and what did you say was next? Did you say Morocco? Or did I misunderstand?
Probably.
Yeah. Awesome. Hey Ed. Look at all those sparklies. Thank you guys so much. We love the love. They're going up on Pauline's face, so it's making her even more beautiful and sparkly over there.
Yeah, my face get pink hot.
I know, we keep like we're just gonna put everything over you. You just have to get closer and closer to Steve as we progress and the screen gets smaller and smaller. Thank you, Ed. So what was that question I just missed? They're asking, are people able to afford this technology overseas? Yes, I love that you're eating the hearts. That's what I do.
Yeah. Oh, the heart is coming in my mouth here.
Wait, I wanted to ask you a question. Now that we're live, we can talk about it. Am I allowed to ask you questions?
Go for it. I'm open to it. I'm an open book.
Super Hearts. You guys rock it out. Your community rocks it out in Super Hearts. And I believe that on Periscope, what I've noticed from sometimes in the broadcast community, people are like, oh, what's mine is mine, and they kind of keep to themselves, and we don't have enough openness in the Periscope community amongst broadcasters. I personally believe there's a handful of like people that are doing pretty good content, and I would love for everybody to be more open with each other and say, okay, these are the things that I've learned that work, and these are the things I've learned that don't. So my question to you would be, Super Hearts, what have you learned?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think transparency is key. And actually, Sonam 108, she was on here the other day, and I think that these split screens and the collabs are a great way to kind of start opening the lines of communication between us. Not only do our audience get to kind of intermix and meet each other, and there's that synergy of them all like energizing each other and getting to know even more of a positive, vibrant community. But then there's us, and we're synergy, and we get to learn from each other's past mistakes or things that we've had, and it's just fun to connect with someone who does, because what we do is, me and Flash were talking last night, and it's like he said is a made up job. Like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, this wasn't a thing. It wasn't a job to be a live broadcaster. So we kind of made it up. We're blazing trail. It's totally new. It's all experimental, and I think it's huge to just share that information. And Sonam had said that. She was like, what really strikes me as different about you is that you share all of the knowledge, all the tricks, everything you use, all your tools. You just share it. You just put it out there like, here, steal all my ideas, steal everything that I do. And that's because I know that it's only going to help us, like if I start doing stuff that someone else is doing, like I got a green screen the other day, I saw some people using green screens. I'm like, why don't I do that? And that was only going to improve my channel. And then that challenges them to come out with something even more new and edgy. And same thing with me. Like I see more and more people doing reading and whispering scopes. And it's like, that's fine because nobody does it. Nobody will ever be me. Nobody can do things the way that I do them. And we're all going to have our different audiences that really vibe with us and our energy and what we do. So that's kind of just to respond to your desire for transparency. I totally vibe with that. And as far as what I've learned from Super Hearts is that, and with Super Hearts and just anything, receiving income in your business at all. I love it. I love it, Pauline. Yes, they're chocolate too. Maybe they're German chocolate. Yes, thank you, Sarah. Thank you. Everyone follow One Yoda. She is our #1 top sponsor at femyoga.com. She's also our top super harder. She is pretty much the reason that you're seeing this right now. We can do the technology, we can bring on new people, we can get the green screens, we can pay the bills, we can travel. I mean, really, Sarah is a huge, huge, huge piece of our puzzle, and we love her so much. And she's got a great sense of humor too. So follow her. You won't regret it. And
So let me ask you this, because sorry to interrupt. I see that you're doing something a little bit different, where you put on your screen like everybody that's supporting you and how much.
Mhm.
And I don't see other people doing that, and I think that's unique. Is this, have you received like any negative backlash from that, or is it people are really interested to see where they are in line, and how does that process work?
Yeah, so pretty much no. I've pretty much gotten zero negative anything from Periscope. I feel like it's a super positive community and a really positive platform. But I'm also a person who's not extremely sensitive. So I think that's why I am a good Periscope broadcaster, because the trolling doesn't really bother me. I usually can laugh it off pretty easy. So occasionally there are people who will come on. I'll be doing like a game show scope. We're playing a board game, we're having fun, and people will come on and they'll see that list of people. Some of them are over $700 in the month, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, someone sent $600 for this," and and it's like, yeah, because first of all, I do probably 100 hours of content a month. It's at least 3 hours of content every single day, and I do all different things. And I think a big thing that I do is I try to teach people how to make more money, how to save their money, how to value themselves, how to come out of depression, how to get healthy, how to have healthy relationships. We talk about personality types. I mean, I read a new book every week, so my knowledge is always growing, expanding, changing, improving. Same thing with the channel. And I think people just find so much value in and so as far as super hearts, one thing people ask me, why do you get so many, do you think? There's a lot of reasons. One is that the high quality content, the good energy, the positive vibes, the good community. A lot of it's not even me. A lot of it's the people in the room right now that are just awesome. You know what I mean? And they're funny, and we interact, we play with each other, and people love that. I can't tell you how much feedback I get of how people like the community. They're like, I just like to chat in your rooms with all the people, everyone. So it's like we all kind of connect and get together or get along so well. And it's like that with each broadcaster. Like everybody vibes with a different group, just like in real life, in the real world. And it's really pretty cool to see how that works. But my
So
audience was
if you had three tips for super hearts, what would those tips be?
well, let me finish what I was saying. So I would say the reason that I'm probably being so successful with that is that I have a financially invested audience that I had for at least 2 months before they launched the Super Hearts program. So, an ounce of prevention's worth a pound of cure. I definitely was, and before that, I broadcasted for 3 months without any sponsorships, any income at all. So I really built the value. Then I started accepting viewer sponsorship, kind of think like PBS, like if you like the content you can give, it's totally voluntary. Know that if nobody gives, the channel will go away, it'll vanish. So I started it out like that, like it's an exchange, it's volunteerism. I'm providing all of the content 100% for free. No one has to pay, and there's no pressure to pay. But the way that you tell me that you're finding value is by paying. That's how I know that I'm providing a valuable service and an actual good product, and my business is actually viable, is that people pay for it. If they don't pay for it, then I know that I'm not doing the right thing to make me money to pay my bills, and I need to change it. So if it's not Periscope broadcasting, I'll find another way. And people really resonated with that. They're like, no, we love this. We love this channel. It started out with like $5 and it grew from there. So I think once the Super Hearts program launched, my audience was already like primed and prepped and tied in and bought in to me and my business. So it was easy to kind of launch from there. But also, so as far as tips, one is definitely quality content. If you're just going to get on there and smoke weed and check your email or watch TV, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think you're probably going to make a ton of income off of that. I could be wrong. I'm a certified yoga teacher, if you're wondering. There's other things, but I'm just going to answer that question really briefly. The second thing would be asking for it. You know, in it's basic sales. Like nobody's going to pay you unless you ask them to. Typically, people aren't going to be like, hey,
How do you preface that? Because we've never asked for super hearts.
okay.
I've never done that.
So
No.
I mostly do it. Thank you, Tina, for the super hearts. I mostly do it jokingly with trolls. So if a troll comes in and says like, "Show me your feet," or "Show me your armpit," or "Can you flex?" Like I'll be like, "I'll flex my muscles if you send 1,000 super hearts." Yeah, like I'll be like, and I
Oh,
don't. They never do. You could probably guess. Like most of the people trolling for those types of things, they're not going to send 1,000 super hearts. But if they do, I don't care. I'll flex my muscle. Like it's like it's silly. And I'm not going to do anything, sexual or inappropriate, nothing against the terms and conditions, but I'll have fun with it. And then I did one scope where it was like, I called it follow the leader. So whoever was the leader in the super hearts would pick the content because I have so many different, I do yoga, I do books, I do games, I do whispering, etc.
the
Food.
content for that show or the content for the next show?
During like live, so like whoever would take the lead, then they would be like, okay, now do handstands, do yoga, and I would do that, and then someone else would pass and they would say, do some games, do some trivia questions, and then okay, go show us a magic trick. It was like kind of all over the place, and that was a fun way to do it. Last night I did a broadcast called we need 466,200 super hearts to pass Younes Latrix in France. Now I tagged him. He got exposed to my audience as well. I have no problem with this guy. I don't even know him. I don't speak French. I don't know what he's saying. But I know that he had more super hearts than me, and that's all I needed to know. So I just figured out exactly how many we would need, and in that broadcast alone, we brought in 480,000 super hearts. Yeah.
How many?
480,000.
In one show?
Yep. My record is 511,000.
Wow.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's one
one
thing I think that we could incorporate is we've never asked for super hearts. I think we have like 3 million or 3.1 million, or we've never asked for it. But I think that brings up an interesting point that if we say it in a fun kind of way, this could bring a big benefit to our show.
Shai said she's gonna send super hearts so that I don't show my feet. I love that. Okay, so what's that in money? That's a good question. So it's about, if you think like about 1,000 super hearts is about $1 worth roughly. So for 99 cents you get 1,000 hearts. And from what I've determined, I just got my second payout today and I haven't had a chance to analyze and break it down. But what I'm gathering is it's maybe 50% of what you guys invest that we'll actually take home. So Periscope gets 30%. The app and Google Play Store gets 30%. So it might even be like 40% that we get. I'm not totally clear on exactly how that works, but it's made a significant impact on my income. It's this last month, it pretty much doubled my income with Super Hearts alone. So it definitely is benefiting me. And for me, anything that benefits Periscope is good for me also, just like anything that benefits Steve and Pauline and any other broadcasters.
Do you have sponsorships as well?
Not really company sponsorships yet. I just put that on my website. I offered a business sponsorship, but right now we're 100% viewer funded. And then I just cater the content to the sponsors. So if they send money, I ask them, what do you like? And then I do that more. It's like very, very basic logic, I think. Hey, Chocolate Johnny, welcome back. So yeah, are you guys super broadcasters? Are you considered in America or?
Good day, mates.
Hi, Chocolate Johnny.
Yeah, we were super broadcasters, like right from the beginning.
Okay, because I know it's only for Americans. I wasn't sure like if you're traveling how that works, but I'm glad to hear that. I love the program. I'm assuming you guys do too, and it's a way to keep Periscope ad free. Hopefully, I've been trying to plant that with Twitter. I'm like, now if you could just pitch this as a way to prevent yourself from doing ads. They don't have
ads.
We'll have ads. That's what I'm thinking. Eventually, they probably will.
They will eventually, for sure. But this industry is so new; they're trying to figure it out. Periscope, the Super Hearts was an absolute game changer. We've talked a lot about it on our channel. It was a game changer for Periscope. This was the start of this industry. Periscope was super late to the gamification. Gamification has been a huge trend in live video for close to a year, and Periscope was almost a year late. But this was a game changer for Periscope, for broadcasters, and for viewers. It's a win all around.
Yeah, totally. That's when they launched it. I mean, my broadcasts were just, I was so excited. I couldn't figure out how to get them to work for a while, but when we got it working, it was like, oh, to me, it was a great sign of future things to come for this platform, for sure. And I hope that they'll unroll it internationally soon so people like Johnny and other people can get their payouts as well and help boost their income. So it definitely captures people who don't want to sponsor at a high level, since it's only a few cents for each Super Heart. I think that that's a key part of it. And it's also a way to maintain anonymity. So if there's somebody who doesn't want you to have their email address, their name, if they go through PayPal or GoFundMe, then they can just do it with just their username. You know the same about them that you knew the whole time, and they can still contribute in that way. I also have an Amazon wish list where I put stuff that I want, like from hairbrushes to stabilizers for my phone, to ring lights, to tripods, to things for the show. And some people like to do that as well because they know exactly where their investment goes towards.
Yeah, that's tough for us because we never have a home address more
Yeah.
than a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's true. It would be hard. You would need some type of like central place, like maybe at like a parent's house or something, and then they would be divvying out to you,
Right.
but you would be paying double shipping. So I think that would be my third tip is, so one is produce quality content. You guys are already definitely doing that. Two would be to ask for it. If you're not doing that, just start doing it. And I don't really like ask for it per se. I don't say like, why isn't anyone sending super hearts? Like it's not, and I'm not like, oh, I'm hungry, you guys. I can't eat till you send super hearts. Like it's not like that. It's pretty much everyone in this broadcast that sent super hearts just did it because they wanted to. I didn't ask anybody in here to send super hearts. I don't think. They know that I'm trying to beat the French, but other than that, they probably just like to see you guys on here, and they like what we're talking about because they're actually learning from it and they find value in it. So I assume that's why they're sending. But just mentioning that like you receive them, that you're super broadcasters, that it helps you. And then the third thing would be to say what it goes towards and why you would want it. Hey Chelsea, thanks for the super hearts. Ed said he was forced to send super hearts at gunpoint. How much do I make from super hearts? Last month I made over $2,000 from super hearts.
Is that with a bonus?
I don't know. They didn't send that breakdown that they sent the first time yet. When I checked right before this broadcast, they just had like the amount, but they hadn't put they didn't, like, the first month they had the breakdown.
The breakdown came after the payment last time.
Yeah.
Because when I saw the payment, I was like, how is that possible? And then there were
Yeah,
they broke it down in the email.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if it did or not. I was definitely expecting it to be higher than last time, but I'm gonna have to send that. So someone says, I've seen Periscope that super hearts away from people and I don't understand that. You've seen them take away. Yeah, so if someone violates terms and conditions, so copyright, if they show sexual nudity, mainly those are like the main two things that I know of. It's mainly just sexual content, nudity, and copywriting. So if you play someone's movie or something like that you're not allowed to show, then they'll take your account down. And you agree to that when you sign into Periscope the first time. And definitely once you apply for the Super Broadcaster program, they're even getting clearer and clearer each month, trying to make it really clear what you can and cannot do. But yeah, copyright will result in a loss of super hearts. But make sure you email them, help@periscope.tv. Don't just be like, oh, well, that sucks. Make sure that you get a clear explanation as to what happened if you can. That way you can not do it again. And we'll all learn from each other.
Super heart email as well.
Yeah, I know. I forget what it is.
If it's specific to super hearts, you can email those guys.
Yeah, I forget. It's like If you're a conservative, then they keep your super hearts. Not true. I am actually an anarchist, which is like even way more extreme than a conservative, and they did not take my super hearts away. So I think that that statement is false. Always read the terms and conditions, especially if you plan to make income from the platform. So if you're not feeling the whole super hearts thing, just so you know, you can go into your settings and just turn them off. You won't have to worry about ever receiving them. You can just continue to use Periscope for fun, like a lot of people. Anyone who complains about the Super Heart program, I can't help but just think that you could just turn them off and you wouldn't have to worry about it. It's not a big deal. Use them if you want, don't use them if you don't want, but it does help support your super broadcasters, your favorite scopers. So make sure that they are super broadcasters if you don't want all of your money to go to Periscope. Although I'm not saying they don't deserve it. I just don't want you guys to be misled into where your money is going.
And Periscope, I think it's very critical that Periscope, the first month, gave us all the funds. They didn't take the fees. They should have taken 50%, but they gave it all to the broadcasters. And then there were some bonuses given out. So my hats go off to Periscope. This was a huge step for them. They're heading in the right direction. And this is just the beginning of the future of live video.
That's so true. And no, this isn't Ed. This is Steve. This is Steve and Pauline. They're in the broadcast title. Maybe if you guys want to comment again, follow them. They have their own Periscope channel where they travel the world. They have been to 97 countries combined between the two of them. And you don't have to spend $1. You just go there, watch them, send them all your super hearts. Just send them like $100 of super hearts every day. That would be great. That will cover their expenses.
And then we'll show our toes.
Day. And then you will see Steve's toes.
Each toe, 100,000 super hearts.
Yeah. Yes, Sonam, I did recommend that to them too. If there was like a little badge or something on our profile to indicate that we're a super broadcaster, I think that would be helpful. Thanks for the super hearts, Earwig. And yeah, so Chelsea said, so if you're saying 1,000 super hearts is about $1, then you're making about 40 to 50 cents per 1,000 super hearts. I would say that's roughly right. I have to crunch the numbers since we finally have a new payout to compare to the last one. Wait, do you have 9 toes?
No, you said 1,000 super hearts is $1?
Yeah. So it'd be like 50 cents for every 1,000 super hearts.
Yeah, 50 cents.
Yeah. Yep, so it's about half of what you pay goes to the broadcaster, and then the other half gets split between Periscope and the Apple or Google Play stores. Steve's going to show a little leg.
That's right, Sha. We'll slip a little leg in there.
Someone asked, what's a super broadcaster? That's somebody who has been approved by Periscope to get paid out for the super hearts. And there's a list of rules that you have to meet. Like you have to have 5 public replays. You have to get 50 live views, 75 replay views on average. So you can read through that and see if you think you would qualify. Yes, other countries will be able to cash in super hearts in the future. I agree with that. I know it's a little bit slow coming, but stick in there because they're coming. Okay, let's see. So Sandra says, super hearts have upset y'all not here in Georgia. I'm not exactly sure what that means. Stinky feet. Don't worry, there's no smell-o-vision.
You want to talk about the Apple Museum?
Apple Museum?
We went to the largest Apple Museum on planet Earth, and we filmed every single product Apple has ever launched in the history of the company. They have all the originals at this museum. I was in heaven. Every single computer and product from 1971 all the way till present day. It was really cool. But that's not my favorite broadcast.
What was your favorite?
My favorite. We're gonna do a scope about this later, but I'll just give a little teaser. Yeah. A little teaser. My favorite one I ever did was when we were in Mexico. We went to this private beach and we filmed.
This is not a little one. It's the whole story.
Should I tell less?
Oh yeah, if you want to tell it, tell it.
Okay, I'll tell it, but not all of it.
Okay.
We filmed a really special animal birthing from its shell. We filmed it live. Super cool. Amazing.
Whoa, that sounds awesome. Are you gonna show the clip tonight?
Yeah, we could. It was my favorite show that we
Yes.
did.
That's awesome. Make sure you're following them, you guys. Steve and Pauline, they're in the broadcast right now. Make sure you follow them so we can see what animal did they see get birthed in their favorite broadcast ever from Mexico. Everyone says you're missing out if you don't join the VTF. Agreed. Agreed. So we're at pretty much an hour. I'm surprised. That flew by for me. Do you guys have anything you're promoting? Anything you want to plug? Anything? Definitely make sure you comment. Oh, there you go. She's already waving at us. Yeah, anything else? Any last words?
Wow, last words. I think it's cool. I think that we're in a country now that has first world internet. We can try to do this producer stuff. We spent a year in parts of the world that were less fortunate, but we would love to have you on our show and do a split screen and share more knowledge, spread more love, spread more positivity. That's what our shows are all about at the end of the day. We want to make you guys smile, show you the world, a lot of places that you couldn't go to, cities, countries, and we do a whole lot of stuff. But I would say our cooking shows are more popular than our travel shows.
Yes, I'm excited. I have to catch some cooking shows. I'm hungry now. I was gonna say everybody loves food, and I'm glad you brought that up again because I was gonna say for anyone who hasn't started scoping yet, and you don't think that you have content, you say things to me like, "Oh, well, you have your yoga thing," and like Steve and Pauline, they have their travel thing. Well, we all eat food, and we all love food. So scope your food. Just scope what you're making for breakfast, lunch, dinner, what even if you're eating out, even just like, well, people, it's just like real life, like we connect over food brings people together. So I recommend that's a great starting place for someone who's new. They're worried that not a lot of people are going to show up and talk. You just make your food. You don't even need anyone there. You're just doing what you always do, but now you have some people who you can teach your little tricks in the kitchen and things like that. Pauline's drum rolls are epic.
That's true. I think if anybody's thinking about scoping, the one thing that you should definitely do is pick whatever you're most passionate about. Even if you're most passionate about pillows, scope about that. The people will feel your passion and they will connect with whatever it is. Even if you're passionate about watching the paint dry on your wall, I'm telling you that if you scope whatever it is you're passionate about, you're going to find your community and it's going to be amazing.
That's great advice. That's so, 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 so true. People love the high energy, the excitement, the vibrancy. And if you do bring me on your show split screen, you'll kind of technically be the first ones to ever do that. Because I brought a lot of people on here, but not a lot of people have I don't think I've been on anyone's except Flash has Skyped me in before, but it wasn't split screen and it wasn't just for me. It was like kind of like a call-in show. So I'm going to hold you to it. You follow them. We're going to see if I show up there.
Thank you, Claudia. Thank you all the VTF for coming in.
We love you all, VTF.
Yes, remember.
Too, if you haven't already, VTF.
Thank you. That's so nice. Remember.
Operating room. Whoa, bad knee.
Oh, we also scoped from an operating table before.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You guys, they have so many good stories.
We've done a lot of scopes that I've never seen the other people do. Some have been a little intense, but
yeah, it's real. It's
another day.
Yeah, but it's real life, that's what you're scoping. You're scoping the actual reality. It's almost like I've heard a lot of people say that scope is like reality TV and that we're competing with television more than we may realize.
Oh, for sure. TV is dead.
It is. It's totally dead. Yes, everyone's sending all sorts of love. Remember, you're all worthy of being loved and feeling comfortable in your own skin. This has been A Moment in Time with Taylor and Steve and Pauline. Definitely follow them. Give them some love. They're going to be live tonight. talking about their favorite story. And stay tuned.
6:15
Yes.
Eastern every night.
Wait, what time?
6:15 Eastern time every
There
night.
we go. There we go. 6:15 p.m.
PM.
6:15 p.m. Eastern time. That is in 1 hour and 8 minutes.
Set the timer.
Boom. We will see you all there. Thank you so much for watching. Stay awesome. Thank you for the super hearts. Thank you for everything, all the love that you send. Special shout out to Sarah for sending the most super hearts in this broadcast. And I hope to see you back later. I'll be doing another hour of content today. I do 3 hours of content every single day. Check out femyoga.com in my bio. Thank you to the replay viewers. And we will see you at Steve and Pauline in just about an hour. Bye.
Peace and love.